Yeah, look, it's prayer water cocoa. You can jump up on it now, you don't need the pogo. Yeah, we diving off, bitch, we about to splash. All up in the deep end, but we ain't up on a boat though. We gon' stir it up some similar to cake batter. Headed to the top, no skipping steps and no ladder. These questions ain't some shit up on the street. Can't just walk around and put the faith inside myself. Got to work, stop the doubt. Trying to change the world, you better change yourself first. Living my life to the fullest, no round trip ticket on that hearse. I'm a star, so I burst. Entrepreneur, I got merch. Put your back against the wall and I can show you what you worth. We go in, we get deep. TLC the way we creep. Need a mop, need a tacos where we spilling all the tea. This that prayer water cocoa, keep me right in it weather. On my way to the promised land, can we get that together? Yeah, look, it's prayer water cocoa. You can jump up on it now, you don't need the pogo. Yeah, we diving out, we about to splash. All the way but we ain't
turn up, it go down. You already know what time it is. It's another episode of Prayer Water and Cocoa Butter, and we got another segment of All Up in Your Business, but respectfully, with the beautiful Jazmyn W up in the building. Jazmyn, how are you doing?
I am so good. How you doing, George?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm excited. Listen, me and Jazmyn have a history. We kind of spoke about it before I came up in here. I met Jazmyn prior to the pandemic at a comedy show.
Yeah.
And I just kind of told her, I said, you are the most beautiful, respectful yet disrespectful person I've ever met in my life.
Oh my God.
I was hosting a comedy show and Jazmyn and it's so crazy when you know somebody's talking about you. It's crazy when you know, see, I do comedy too. It's crazy when you know somebody's on stage talking about you. Jazmyn had this phenomenal material in these jokes, but she would just say stuff like, yeah, you know how people with gold teeth be,
you know
country.
What?
Country. They be country. I'm like,
I don't even remember what I said.
She talking about me, or I have a Cadillac that's sitting on dubs outside. All right, I have Funyun bags in my car.
Okay.
Like, Lord, man. But no, how you been, man?
I've been so good. You know,
Great
I
to see
cannot
you.
complain. Me
Oh,
too.
I'm so glad we were able to do this.
Me too.
We're gonna get into it.
Okay, let's
get into it. You didn't turned up over this goddamn pandemic. You didn't turned up.
Yeah, I'm always turned.
You were.
Everybody else is just now turned.
And this is, we kind of spoke about this, about some of the things that you've been doing. Jazmyn has a few things. You got your Colored Couch Conversations podcast.
Yeah, I have that.
Which is some of the things that you've been doing. Jazmyn is a comedian.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedian, which is how we met. I was doing a show and She Killed was phenomenal. This was a show that we had actually Hannibal Buress dropped in.
Yeah, he did.
To that show. This was downtown LA. This was probably February of 2020. She did an amazing job. That was the first time that we had met and kind of stayed in contact. But since that time, I'd always followed you, Jazz, and this is what I talked about. You were always doing these things.
Yeah.
But it just blew up. Your TikTok, your Instagram, you started doing these videos that were kind of like politically themed.
Yeah, a little bit.
And kind of definitely had a black woman tilt.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
And it just exploded on everything. Like I was joking with you, I had some people who hadn't checked out my material, but were like, "Oh, you interviewing Jazmyn W today? Oh, I'm gonna watch." Mama, you haven't watched any of my episodes.
Okay.
Now you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Okay. But tell me about that, man. Tell me about what was the idea behind kind of like doing that.
Yeah.
Tell me about the process, how it kind of exploded.
Yeah.
Tell me about the origins of that.
Well, I mean, I was kind of always creating content online before, but I didn't do it as much because I was like your typical comedian. I was like, I'm a real stand-up comedian.
Come on now.
I'm not an Instagram comedian.
We're going to talk.
Okay.
Hello.
But then the pandemic happened, and I was like, well, I guess your girl's an Instagram
Oh,
comedian.
right, I guess.
Okay. Like, what else am I? If I'm not a comedian at all at this point. So
no, you know what you are though, Jazzy?
What?
You're a worker.
Right.
See, I noticed a lot of people, when that stage went away, they weren't comedians anymore.
Oh my goodness.
See, I thought if you're a comedian, you're supposed to be funny, period.
Exactly, yeah.
See, and that's the thing. Oh, I don't do the internet comedian. Well, what if that's your only option?
Exactly, and it was.
Hello?
It's about agility. You know what I mean? So
yes, ma'am.
I saw the same thing, and no shade, but there's some people that I really enjoy like on stage, but when that went away, I was disappointed that they didn't find a different way. I mean, the other options right there is online.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but when it comes to like people love the White House, and I feel like I'm not always gonna do that, but I'm still gonna do it. Like I was thinking about today or tomorrow, I might film one.
Yeah.
But I just told people on my Instagram and TikTok, I already knew that I was into creating different ideas. I came up with Karen's behavioral therapy, and that was the thing at once. And then
I think that was maybe one of the first.
That was the first thing.
Was that the first thing?
That was the first thing that TikTok really gravitated towards.
I was about to say, I think that was kind of the first kind of thing that I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
You know.
Got big.
I just, it's my creativity. I don't want people to ever think that, and I even have to remind myself that it's ever flowing, like it's an abundance. So there's always going to be new ideas.
Absolutely.
But just be along for the ride in my ideas. And I'm really glad that people are along with this journey, and they're not just following me for one thing anymore. They're following me because they love everything that I do.
Exactly.
So yeah.
You're impacting so many more people. I mean, stand-up is great, but
yeah, it's true.
But I love it. That's how me and you met.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that your ability with stand-up has a lot of people don't realize giving you the ability to do a lot of the things that you're doing right now.
Exactly.
You're a comedic actress.
Right.
You're not just a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you have the ability to be able to do these different things, and I found that impressive. What was it for you, Jazzy, with kind of like playing, Karen's behavioral therapy, and I think what's the other one where you play like Melania's?
Oh, the White House HR.
The White House HR.
Yeah.
White House HR that really exploded.
Yeah.
What was kind of like the mindset? Because I saw a lot of people, obviously, and there were a lot of comedians who were working.
Yeah.
Who were doing different things.
Right.
Where did you kind of get the mindset to go in that direction? As far as like, because I don't think everybody can appropriately speak about politics without offending.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you kind of made it where it was like, you're hitting on the spots, but it's like, like I think probably even conservatives be laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're doing it in a certain way.
Yeah.
What was kind of your mindset about how I'm going to do this?
I mean, it's just my point of view. Honestly, you can. I tell people you can make jokes about anything as long as it's funny. A lot of times people, not anything, but if it's funny, it's funny,
I agree.
So that's the first thing. But also, I don't know, when it comes to like doing the political thing, how it came up was I was on TikTok live.
Okay.
And I was just talking to people, and I'd be on there acting crazy. Like when I go live on TikTok.
Wait, time out. What you, no, stop. Because I came up in here, you was sitting like this when I came in with your coffee on, and hello, Jaloy. Don't wave like that. Don't wave at me like that, Jazmyn. Okay. So what you mean you be on live acting crazy on TikTok?
Well, I'll just be I'll do rants, like whatever, I'll rant on TikTok live.
Okay.
Listen, the other day I was live on TikTok and somebody said something to me. Oh, somebody said something about me looking like Candace Owens, whoever that is. But anyway.
Right. Who?
Right. And then another person commented, because I was going off on the first person.
Okay.
I was like, baby, not Candace Owens on her best day,
right.
honey. I'm like, if Candace Owens was my twin, baby, I got all the nutrients, honey.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. But anyways,
that's hilarious.
Somebody else commented, and the way that they commented, it looked like they were the person that said. And so I started roasting them, and then I ended up blocking them, and everybody was like, "She wasn't the one who."
That's a fan, Jazmyn. That's a fan. What you doing?
And that's what happened. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, after the live, I'm going to unblock her. I had roasted her career. I had roasted her profile picture. And she hit me up on Instagram. She was like, I'm so sorry. That was not me. I was like, girl.
Bitch, you got a gerbil as an avatar. Okay, you look stupid. You look dusty. I'm like, Jazmyn, that's one of your supporters.
That's basically what happened.
It's one of your supporters. Oh my God.
Sometimes you just get caught in the crossfire.
I understood. And it's so funny too. I was just kind of having that conversation with somebody, and I think for me, social media was a thing that I struggled with initially. I had a homeboy. He had seen some of my comedy, and he's like, "Oh, bro, like," he's like, "Juice, I want to kind of like repost." He was like, "You on Twitter?" I said, "No." I had to take myself off. Because I said, I don't know how to act. I said, when thoughts come to my head,
yes.
Oh, Jazmyn. And I was just like, I had to stop myself. It's not the app personally for me.
Right.
And also because I was just stupid. Like, my friends were like, Joy, shut your Twitter down. Because I'd be like, I'm at church. Or, warm day today. Niggas like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody cares.
Right.
What are you doing? They had a size 32 at H&M. God is good. Okay. It's like, nigga, stop. You don't need a Twitter. You don't need a Twitter.
But that's what Twitter's for.
It is, but I think that people like yourself are able to do it in a way, boop, boop, boop. You're very clearly, you do a lot of content.
Yeah.
You can kind of think, I'm one of those people that I kind of need to process it before I put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think some people can kind of do it in the right way. That it's not the app for me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, with you getting a lot of this attention, that TikTok story is hilarious. But also at the same time, Jazzy, I'm sure there are people that try to come for you and stuff like that. How do you deal with that as far as like things like Instagram, maybe a TikTok? Now, this was a funny story, and I know you unblocked the poor young lady after the live. That's good. You got a good spirit. But after you cursed her out and talked about her avatar, right? After you drug her like a dog through TikTok live. But when people say things that like what's your method? Are you an ignorer? Do you go back at them? Does it depend on who they are, how many followers they have? How do you handle negativity on social media?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know what it is. I don't get as much negativity as people would think.
Okay.
I really do not get a lot of negativity on my social.
I mean, and that's great to hear, and that's why you can't assume.
Exactly.
Okay.
And no matter what I do, I feel like I put good energy out there, so
Agreed.
I just feel like I get a lot of good back.
Okay.
But when it comes to like that, people talking crazy, I do a little bit of. First of all, I don't look at people's followers or anything. If I decide if I'm going to go out at them, I don't care if they have 1 million followers and they say something crazy to me. I might go at whatever.
Right.
But it just depends on how I'm feeling or what kind of mood I'm in. I mean, I do a lot of ignoring, a lot of immediate blocking.
Yes.
And I don't care who you are or if you said something that don't sit right with my spirit.
Right.
Blocked.
Right. That's
I don't have
it.
a problem.
It's very simple for you.
Period. And but also, if you're on my live and you say something and my spirit say, girl, go ahead and get them together. I will get you together.
Fast.
So it's just, it just depends.
It's so funny because we were kind of talking about the fact that, which I didn't even know until today, that you were from Dallas.
Yeah.
So you got two Texas people in the building up in here. Jazmyn was like, what? You from Houston? So we were kind of talking about it, man. But you're one of those people that, and I like this about you, I wouldn't be able to guess. Wouldn't be able to assume.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be able to assume. Where does that come from? Were you always, because you always kind of have this professional tilt.
Yeah.
That you kind of have, even though you'll get people together, and I saw the way you tap them nails, on the I noticed. I'll tell you who you're not fooling. I knew you were from Dallas as soon as you tapped the nails.
Okay.
I'll tell you who you're not fooling. And you know what? It just depends on if I have the time, and if I do, no. So I was like, girl. But where does the demeanor come from? Is that like a always thing? Is that a family thing? Is that just your disposition as far as the having that side, but I'm gonna always put it out here in a certain way?
You know what? I think it's just who I am and who I've always been, I think.
Okay.
I don't know like my mom, she has a lot of class. My mom has a lot of class. And my dad he don't have as much class as my mom, but I don't know. My parents just raised me to be very, my dad always said, be the same person every day.
I like that.
Just have a lot of pride in yourself. Yeah. And so that's just how I carry myself. I remember it's so funny that I never even thought about this until you just asked me. But in high school, once I got to a certain point, like my junior year, I used to wear heels every day. Okay. I used to wear lashes every day. Like every day I would be put together.
You was on point.
On point. Nobody thought I was cute, but bitch, it don't matter.
Exactly. I'm sure the janitor did. There she go. Good God, she got the heels on again today.
I'm sure he did.
Jacob, please, just throw up in the locker, please.
Oh my God, right. But but when I needed to get somebody together in school, I still got them together. Yes, it was the same thing.
So you've always had that element.
I guess I have.
You've always had that element, but in the demeanor, as far as the way that, from the mom perspective, as far as, I'm gonna get you together a certain way.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a thing that's kind of been around.
I guess so, because my mom, I was telling somebody who grew up with me, we were talking on Instagram, and she grew up with me.
Okay.
She was like, your dad is so hilarious. I was like, really? Low key, my mom is hilarious.
Okay.
But you would never know.
Wow.
Because when she meets you, she's the sweetest woman. She will bake you a pie. She will knit you a bag, honey. Yeah. And when she get on the phone with me, she roasted me for 3 days last week. I had this big hair on, and she was like, you still got your big hair in? How you sleeping with that big ass hair? She was going in on me. It hurt my feelings.
Mama, okay. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
But she's so sweet. She really is the sweetest person, but she be going in.
That's crazy. Jazmyn, you talk a lot about women. You put a forefront on women of color, women period.
Yeah.
With you kind of have an example like your mama, always being very impressed with your presence and stuff like that. Now that you've had a bigger platform, do you notice women because I told you, we were joking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had people telling me oh, snap, you're interviewing Jazmyn W. Yeah, that's what's up. I'll be listening to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was people I know, girls that I know. Do you feel what do you feel is your, do you feel ever led to have an objective or a purpose? I know you saying that you're doing your thing, but I feel that there are a lot of women that really respond, really gravitate. I see your posts.
Yeah.
I see the way, sister girl, do that. Tell them, do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you bring this presence not only for women of color, but for women, period.
Right.
Do you feel like you have a planned objective or purpose as far as trying to help women?
Well, it's so funny because, and I feel like I've said this or told this story a few times, but I think it's still important because when I was thinking about, I joined TikTok in 2019 in October. It was my first video I ever posted. And, as a comedian, you're trying to see what the platform is about. Right. You're trying to figure it out. And so when the pandemic happened, just 4 months later, I was like, okay, who do I make content for? Because I can't make content for everybody.
See, that's a great point.
It is.
That's a great point.
And I think when I first started saying that, people didn't understand it. And I even had I think my dad told me, you can't just say this. Because I said, okay, I Googled how many black women live in the U.S. And it was 22 million.
Okay.
And I said, if only 22 million, or even half those women,
right? If
only 10 million black women followed me,
supported you,
period. That's all I need.
You'd be amazing.
Exactly.
You'd be good to go.
So, and people would tell me, you can't say that you make content for black women. I'm like, everybody can enjoy my content.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as a black woman, it's my perspective. So I would hope that they would be or relate to my content or ride with me and support me first.
Right.
So, I create content for black women, and anybody can enjoy it.
Right.
I love it when everybody enjoys my content, but when I think about who I am and what my demographic is, I think about them first. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Where do you feel, Jazzy, where do you look at and see where I feel like my content could be most helpful? Because I've had a couple of conversations with you, and hopefully those will continue. I can't wait as things continue to open up. We do more work. I was so excited. We was talking about doing this. I was like, Jazmyn, I've been doing the podcast. I want to interview you, and I'd love to do it in person. You was like, Jaloid, what's your health been looking like? That was the first thing, Jazmyn. What's your health been looking like? Okay. I was like, no, I'm vaccinated, and you know what I'm saying. I've been jogging, and I don't give a damn about your jogging schedule. What? So, but we were able to kind of do it like this.
Yeah.
What I guess is your thing as far as your motives.
Yeah.
That you're trying to kind of get out or an objective.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of hey, I've already kind of created this content. I want to be able to help black women to do what? Because you have this perspective. Yes, my content is created for black women,
Right.
but where do you look at as far as what you feel that your content is helping black women with, or just women?
Yeah, or even black people.
Or black
You
people.
know, because or even people of color. Like it starts there, but it does really expand. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because I do a lot of microaggression content. I just want us to be able to laugh at our own pain, laugh at the experiences that we go through. A lot of people DM me, like white people and other people of color, be like, thank you for teaching me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm really glad that people are learning something, but I don't create content to teach, because think about how emotionally taxing that would be if I created
Man.
content to teach you.
Yes.
Like, my content is so that other black people, black women, people of color even look at it and be like, damn, I've been through that and that was funny.
Right.
Because black people will be like, it's funny, but it's also not funny.
Right,
Because
right.
I've been through it.
Right, right.
So thank you for making it funny, or whatever
Yes.
the case is. And I think it's the same with the White House videos. People were under a lot of stress,
They were.
and they were like, damn, thank you for making such a stressful thing hilarious.
You did.
And that's what I love about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I love that. And I love the frankness.
Yeah.
You know, because I think that a lot of having a conversation with my parents the other day. I said, we got to stop apologizing. We got to stop apologizing as black people for just being black.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're not disrespecting somebody else, it's your perspective.
Right.
This is America.
And here's the thing. I've had people comment, like, I have the videos, things white women say that don't make sense. Mm-hmm. And I've had, it's always a white man to be like, oh, well, what if I made things black women? Do it.
Yeah, please.
Do it.
Please, Edgar on the tractor over here with 2 followers. Please do it. Please.
And here's the difference, though. You've never had a black woman say anything to you that was disrespectful, probably.
Exactly. Or you could name it.
Or
Right.
you could say that it happened to you. If it was your experience, that's what makes it unique to you.
Correct.
But when it comes to things black women say, you're just going to be making up something.
Period.
Something you've seen on TV, something you probably don't even have any black friends, so you don't know. Versus these things actually happened to me.
Exactly. And I'm speaking about it.
Exactly.
I have that right. You know what I'm saying? I have the platform. You have the, and you, like you say, do it. I'm using the same platform that any of you can.
Right.
Jazmyn, you're not doing the... Man, how did they give her the code to TikTok?
Right.
Do it.
Yeah.
And this is, I was just saying that, man, because it's like, I feel that a lot of times, you know, we kind of like have to, you know, hide or act a certain way and be explaining all this time. I was having a great conversation with a friend. You know, I have a lot of friends. This was actually a white guy, and we were kind of talking about it. We were kind of having a conversation on the N-word.
Yeah.
And we were kind of talking about why people use it and whatnot. And this is a white dude, guy that I respect, a friend. You know,
Yeah.
he supported me, and I love his mind because he's inquisitive.
Yeah.
Jaloid, I don't know all of these things.
Yeah.
But let me ask you.
Right.
Or, hey, Jaloid, will you watch this?
Yeah.
He'll literally be writing down when we be talking. You know what I'm saying? I respect that.
Yeah.
Because you have a willingness and a want to learn. But we were just talking about the N-word.
Yeah.
And I told him about this situation where I said, here's what you got to think about. I said, no matter what, this is something that you have to come to a black person about first.
Right.
Period. And I said, why is there always this insistence when I hear certain ignorant white people, not the majority, but the ignorant ones who their biggest complaint about the N-word is, well, why can't I say it?
Right.
My biggest question is, why do you want to?
Right.
That's my biggest question. Why do you want to? And I think that's what you got to really think about.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation. I went in to go pay my insurance the other day, and it was 2 Latina ladies who help me out all the time. She was telling me about how she was having problems with her son. He says it, like 10 and 14.
Yeah.
And she had some great points. She was like, Jazz, I mean, it's the music. They're listening to the music. I said, absolutely.
Right.
I can't deny that. It's like we want to tell people you can't say, but then it's like every popular song has it 50,000 times.
Right.
But I said, here's what you got to think about. She's like, I hate it. I don't, when he's around, I kind of tell him. I said, you're trying to tell him right. I said, but guess what? Mama's not going to always be around.
Right.
I said, what if he's at a park somewhere around a diverse community and somebody doesn't know him like that?
Right.
And they don't like that.
Right.
They're going to act a certain way.
Right.
And that's my thing. As long as you're willing to say the N-word in the middle of South Central on Florence at 3 a.m, and you got the same willingness to say it in New York in a bar in Manhattan while you're smoking a cigar,
Right.
as long as you're willing to deal with the consequences of that, it's got to stop. Because I was like, it's like calling a woman a bitch.
Yeah.
Now, girls can do it to their girls, but if I come up drunk and, hey, what's your number, Jazmyn? Sorry, I appreciate it, but I'm not interested. Oh, you B-word or something like that.
Yeah.
You and your friends are going to have a problem with it.
Right.
There needs to be context.
Yeah.
There needs to be context. There needs to be situational. And like I say, why do you want to do it? If you just want to do it, then that's kind of, you got to look at yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, with kids, they want to do a lot of stuff because they're kids.
Facts.
Because they want to be cool, you know?
And that's a lot of it.
Yeah. I think my thing is, I say if you identify as black, you can say the N-word. If you identify as black. I don't care if you mix. I don't care if you Dominican.
Okay.
I don't care if you American. If you identify as black, then you can say it.
Okay.
And I really don't think people give black people the respect, because us saying the N-word and keeping that within our community, it doesn't matter if it's in our music or not, has given other communities the ability to take ownership of slurs used against them. You know,
Absolutely.
The Jewish community, the gay community,
Asian community,
the Asian community,
right, Hispanic, absolutely.
Hispanic community and stuff like that. So it's allowed other communities to take the words that have been used against them that may have hurt them at one point and
Right.
use them within their own community as, words they'll use, towards each other in conversation or to be
Right.
funny or whatever the case is. But, we don't say the F word, because if you're not a part of the LGBTQ community, you give them that respect.
And that's a great example. I've heard that.
Why don't we have that same respect?
I know a lot of gay people.
Yeah.
And they do use it in amongst
Within their
themselves.
community.
Correct. In their community. But if
yeah.
somebody else were to, it's like, whoa, you don't have that
Exactly.
context. You don't. Jazmyn, it's like me coming up to you. When I came up to you today, I gave you the church hug. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jazz, good to see you. Little pat on the back. But Jazzy, if we didn't have any prior relationship, I would have shaken your hand.
Yeah, or gave
Hey,
you an
how you
elbow.
doing? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? It's about the context of the relationship.
Right.
And I think that if more people would do that, we could come together.
Right.
Because I truly don't believe that most people that are using the N-word are using it out of hate. I really
Well,
don't. I
listen.
think that they want to be cool, but no, go ahead. No, stop. Go
The
ahead.
only thing about it I'll say is if we look at other communities, I feel like black people are at the bottom when it comes to the respect that we receive. You don't see other people that aren't a part of those communities using those words because they respect them. But people don't respect us in the manner that they should, so they are more likely to use the N-word.
Interesting.
I will say that if you respect black people and you respect our culture and us as a community, you wouldn't use it if you aren't black. And I don't care how you use it. I don't care if you if you singing and you alone in your car, that's your business.
Right. Had
Okay?
right.
But if you, other than that, to me, if you cleaning up your living room and and you singing and you happen to Nikki on and Nikki says the N-word and you say it with her, that's between you and your broom.
Right.
But when you get around other people, have enough respect for black people not to use the word,
Exactly.
So that's what I say.
No, I agree with that, man. I agree with that a lot. And I like that perspective. And, I hope that more people continue to talk, about it and try to understand. It's not about you can't say it. It's about, like you say, the respect in the
Exactly.
context of the relationship and what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that if people look at it like that, like we talk about the F word,
Yes.
as far as, in that community, if we want to talk about the B word relating to females,
Yeah.
or just as I had said,
Yeah.
how you approach somebody. It's the
Yeah.
context of the relationship.
Totally.
And I think people need to do a better job of that, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. Jazmyn, I want to talk about LA. It's been trash. It's been trash.
Why?
Oh my God, I've been so disappointed. I've been so disappointed in what I feel, and one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you, because I felt that you kind of circumvented a lot of the fuckery and chicanery that was going on, because I was just so disappointed in how bad things were shut down.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as being able to do, Jazzy, we was out with me when you was joking. I used to be out on the town, girl. The shows, I'm over here. Yeah, I'll meet y'all at the bar over here.
Yeah.
You say, cool, they got a seafood spot. Where y'all at? Inglewood.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to pop up to that. And it was just, I was so disappointed because I felt we started out good during the pandemic with what they were trying to do. And then it just got foolish. You know, it's just far as too restrictive. And I noticed a lot of people left. The clubs were shut down. And that's why, like I said, I commend you for being able to, and others, a lot of other people for still trying to be productive, still trying to do things. It was hilarious because we was just out here so scared. I remember I went home to Houston for Christmas. 2020. Jazmyn, I'm in the mall. I was holding my father's hand like a 6-year-old. These people were walking around with no masks.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was like, get your hands off of me. I was shook. I was frightened because I was just like, I've been so conditioned to out here.
Yeah.
Like, how did that affect you? Where, like, just having to be at home, like, did that really, like, I know you were doing your thing from home, but are you like, did you care, or did you miss being out, or were you mad, or?
Well, I mean, okay, the only thing I'll say about LA is now we have the lowest COVID rates in, like, the country.
I'm over it. Jazmyn, so, I don't want to, we were just the epicenter 2 days ago. I'm tired of the stats.
Well, now everybody else having their outbreaks and everything because they didn't stay in the house. But anyway.
Don't point at me like that with that nail, Jazz. Don't point at me like that because they didn't stay their black ass in the house with their gold teeth. Okay, Jazmyn. All right.
But no, I mean, it's a bummer when things get shut down.
Yeah.
But the more the pandemic sort of like progressed, I was fine with it. I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready to be out in the streets. Here's the thing. Whenever I wrapped my head around the fact, and me and my husband said, "Oh, as soon as March hit." And I didn't get to celebrate my birthday. I remember March 16th is my birthday.
Happy belated on March 23rd.
Hey,
are you an Aries?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces, you're right. Okay, I'm right on the cusp. Happy belated. We're a week apart.
To you. Yes.
That's
we're
awesome.
A week apart.
Okay.
So we already knew, okay, this is not going to be a 2 or 3 month thing. This is going to last at least a year. We had already said that in our heads.
Okay.
Because we smart.
Okay, so, right. So I was like, Jazmyn, how did you know that? Who told you?
I was already telling people, like, this is gonna, people like, oh no, by the summertime. I'm like, no, baby.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And so once I had wrapped my head around it, took a few weeks. I'm like, okay. I wrapped my head around it. I was like, well, you know what? My goal is to not, once this is over, I don't want to go back to doing the same things I was doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Because while it sucks to be at home, it's I'm happy about not being at clubs, doing open mics, sit around watching white dudes talk about their penis.
Yeah, that happens.
I don't like
hey,
often.
Tom, good to see you again.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Like, I don't want to go to open mics and, like, sit around and not get an opportunity or, you know, be begging people for a spot on their show and going up and saying hi to them and all kind of stuff. I don't want to do none of that no more.
Yes,
and I was happy I didn't have to do any of that.
That's awesome. You made a way for yourself. You made a way for yourself. You made a way for yourself, and I respect that, like, immensely. You know,
Thank you so much.
What do you do when your back is against the wall? See, that's what prayer water and cocoa butter is about. Not just the oh yeah, I mean, I can talk to you, Jazz, about how'd you get into comedy and, you know, all of those things. Where was your first open mic? Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Look at the situation that it took, and you got more attention through anything.
Yeah.
Investing in yourself, betting on yourself.
Yeah.
What were you doing prior as far as, like, work-wise?
Yeah. Well, I used to work in HR.
Okay. This wasn't a reach for you.
It wasn't a huge reach.
Okay, cool.
So I worked, I was an HRBP, but I quit my job in August of 2019 to do comedy full time. So August 11th.
Wow. This was right before TikTok. This was before, this was ordained.
Yeah, I know.
This was ordained.
Yeah,
wow.
It was totally a part. Everything happens for a reason.
That's
Every
awesome.
single thing.
That's
so,
awesome.
You know, when I quit my job, I sat down, you know, with my husband, and I was like, these are the things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm going to start putting out content I'm going to start, you know, I didn't start my podcast until later, but I was like, these are the things that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
And I put a plan together of the things that I would be doing. And of course, I didn't stick to the plan all the way. You know, I was just trying to figure out what the hell gonna work.
Absolutely. Trial and error.
I was just putting out content. And, you know, trying to
see what caught, what stuck.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I like about you, Jazz. There's no fear with you, and I know it may be. I know it. Well, I couldn't tell.
Right.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell, and that's the thing I think about fear. It's like you kept going.
Yeah.
How did you deal with? I mean, just your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I see people's work ethic.
Yeah.
No matter how big they are, no matter how small. And that's the thing about, man, I don't want to be an Instagram comedian. Do you know how hard it is?
Yeah.
To come up with content
Yep.
on a 3 to 4, 5, 6 time a week basis? Mm-hmm. Do you know how hard that is to be thinking about those type of things and stuff like that? Where does your work ethic come from?
You know, that's so funny. People will be like, oh, you be work. I don't even be thinking I'll be working that hard. I'll be getting up and I'll be like, oh, I could have done so much more.
Wow.
This week or today. Like,
Jazmyn, don't say that because you be putting me to shame. I be looking. I just gotta. No, I unfollowed you for like 2 weeks. I did. No, when I sent you that new request, she was like, Jaloy, did something happen? Oh yeah, my phone, new phone.
Instagram be
new
tripping.
phone. It be acting up. You know, I was like, I cannot. Like, she is doing amazing. Like, so is it a thing you just enjoy it? Like it's not work to you, or were you like that in the HR? I know you always probably did your job, but were you like as a kid getting up at 5 a.m. or hacking wood?
I don't be getting up at 5 a.m.
I'm over it. I'm sick.
No, I mean, everything I've ever done, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to God. Everything I've ever done, I've been good at.
Turn up.
You know, everything, because I don't even know. Like, sometimes I look at men have a lot of confidence. Sometimes I look at men in my life, they be like, oh yeah, I can do it. And I'd be like doubting myself. I still do it, but I'd be doubting myself. Like, oh, I don't know if this gonna work, or I don't know if people gonna like this, or I don't know if I can do it, but I'm still gonna try,
right.
You know?
Right.
So it's not like I have like some sort of superpower. I just keep going, I guess.
Listen, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I told somebody that the other day. I said, man, the only difference between a lot of the people who make it and the ones that don't, they just never quit.
Period.
They just never quit.
It's a fact.
And then, like you say, and I think this can be applicable to all types of elements of life. It's like, what do you do when that one video don't pop? What do you do when this don't happen? Keep going.
Period.
You keep going. That's what you do. Because I've seen a lot of people. I've seen them. We ain't gonna call no names. We're not here for that on Pear Water and Cocoa Butter. We're here to uplift. But I've seen a lot of names, big videos, but you just had one.
Yeah. I saw
something, and you just did it one time. You got to keep going.
I saw somebody post during the Panasonic. They did videos. They did, like, first of all, at one point I was posting 3 videos a day.
Pandemic.
Well,
what you say, Panasonic?
Yeah, you
look
know
at
that.
See, look at it, y'all. No, get that. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get that? The Panasonic?
You know
Did you see me get confused? And Jazmyn, Jazmyn, this is my problem with you. You that I was almost like, No. The Panasonic was wild.
Okay.
It was wild. And it's been going on too long. See, this is, I don't.
The Panasonic. But, so I saw somebody post videos. They did like 1 video a day for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then after that, they were like, this don't make no money. This is whack. Creating content online is whack. And I was like, you literally did it for 2 weeks. I had to do that 3 times a day for a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, you only did it for, when have you ever done anything for 2 weeks and seen results? If you work out for 2 weeks, you don't see results. If you eat right for 2 weeks, you don't see results. If you study for 2 weeks, you ain't an expert.
Come on.
Like, I don't understand why people give up so easily on the things that they want to do.
Well, I think it's for a couple of reasons. Number one, it sounds like this person, you got started for the wrong reason.
That's true.
Hello?
Yeah.
Because if you got involved, so now this ain't it.
Yeah.
Now this ain't it, right? Guess what? Stop the cap. All right? Yeah. What it is you could not deal with, and this is what I want to talk to you a little bit about. And you really kind of touched on it, really. I mean, we'll talk about some more stuff. You really kind of touched on it. I love the confidence and just the willingness to continue, but you got started for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
This other person.
Yeah.
You're worried about the views. You're worried about this.
Yeah.
You should be worried about the content.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. This is my
Yes.
message. This is what I'm about. And that's what I tell people all the time. Nigga, put what you want on your Instagram.
Yes.
Just because this person popped, who knows? You're special. You're unique.
Yes.
Do your thing. As long as you try to make it the best post you can do.
Yeah.
Like the highest quality you can do. That's all I tell people when you're
Yeah.
posting. Do all of your own ideas, but just make it as highest quality as you can.
Right.
Make sure that this is something you actually feel good about.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, I had this conversation, Jazzy, with a friend of mine, talented younger brother. And he was like, yeah, Juice, we were talking. And he was like, man, you know, like we were talking about some stuff. I was reviewing some of these things, you know, like I try to help out, just not even help out, just people be sending me stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I love this, or, you know, do this or whatever. And he was like, man, you know, I need to be more consistent, you know, like with my content. And I was like, yeah, you know, consistency is the name of the game.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you know, like I was putting out good stuff, and I just started just putting out, even if it wasn't good, bad stuff, you know, just to be consistent. I said, hold on.
Okay.
I said, time out. If I would have had them nails, I would have.
Okay.
With my nubs, I was with my knuckles. I said, hold on.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I said, that's what you don't do. Because I said, I'm gonna tell you what. You keep putting out that very consistent, shitty ass content.
Yeah.
Guess what? Somebody's gonna say, you know what? I saw his last 4 posts. They were trash.
Trash.
I'm not following him anymore. So you're thinking that people are going to be more inclined. Oh, he's working hard. It's better for you to put out 1 post a week.
And be good.
That's phenomenal.
Yes.
And I said, keep working on your craft.
Yes.
Then you'll get more content. You'll get more quality stuff. Don't put out no bullshit. If you don't feel good about it, don't put that shit out.
And here's the thing: I put out stuff that I thought was funny,
Yes.
and people didn't F with.
Me too.
That's fine, as long as you thought it was good.
Exactly.
But you thought it was trash.
Now, have I taken down some posts at 4 in the morning at the crack of dawn? Why are you going outside so early? I'll be back. Just going to delete this dumbass post I made. God damn, what was I thinking? But no, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true, man. I'm like, put it out for yourself.
Yes.
Do it the highest quality you can, as long as you feel good. But that's what a lot of people don't want to do. And that is the hardest thing I feel about like LA, Jazzy. It's like, and I had to get to that point.
Yeah.
This is a city and a place, and just life in general, but especially in this city, in this industry that we're in, entertainment. You don't have to just get used to, I heard somebody say, you gotta get used to hearing no. No, that's not it. You gotta love hearing the word no.
Okay.
My best friend, DJ Sean P, that boy DJ Sean Prince, he actually DJs at the Dime.
Oh, okay.
But this is my best friend, and he had told me, I remember I was talking about finding a job one time. This was a couple of years ago. And he said, Jaloid, you know what? I was talking about, trying to find a job. Yeah, I went to this place. I had 3 interviews this week. He said, you got to raise your nose. He said, if you're not hearing enough no's, he said, you ain't working hard enough. He said, you got to raise them no's up.
I feel like I need that advice.
You got to
right
raise
now.
them no's up. My boy told me, he said, you got to get used to them no's. You got to raise them up.
Yeah.
So you're not working hard enough. See, and this is the thing. In this industry, as an entertainer, you have to love that.
Yeah.
Because we hear that so much, Jazzy.
You do. It's
Look
true.
at what you were talking about, trying to get on the open mics, asking people in different things. People will hear this and be like, she lying. She wasn't doing all that.
Sure
the
was.
hell she was. Because
Sure
she asked
was.
me and I refused her 3 times. And Jazmyn, stop bothering me. Okay, I will put you on a show. No, please. I would have put Jazmyn on, please. She would have been hosting. She would have been hosting that young comedy show. Hey, I'm taking off today.
Okay.
Taking off today. But you have to get used to that.
Totally.
You got to get comfortable with that, because we hear that so much in this industry, and that's why I feel a lot of people quit.
Yeah.
And they don't make it because it's that uncomfortability with, damn, okay, I felt I had something good. People didn't respond. I was just talking to this about Young Thug. He just had his album go #1, but how many projects has he put out before this?
Yeah.
He had 10 mixtapes before he put out his so-called debut album.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We got to think about these things. Gucci Man, when a dude did put in, he's just now seeing the huge elements of success. He's always done well. The man has put out 100 albums.
Yeah, after jail. Been to jail, got out, and then popping.
And that's my thing about why you were talking about the other person. Why are you doing your content?
Yeah.
You have to have a reason.
Yeah.
Nigga, if don't nobody else support you, if don't nobody else care, I'ma die knowing that, you know what? I did a video today. I shot a podcast. If I leave here, you know what I'm saying, and somebody take all the Skittles out the store, and diabetes take my life, I'ma know that I was working.
Yeah.
I was doing something.
Yes.
No matter who supported, who didn't, and I admire that energy about yourself. And I think that if most people are so talented, people gotta believe in themselves and quit worrying about what the fuck other people think. Because guess what? A lot of it is jealousy. A lot of the people that you see, because see what the real is that a lot of people don't want to support you until other people do.
Yes.
They're still watching, Jazmyn. They were still watching you.
Facts.
But it wasn't until maybe this person said this is funny.
Yes.
Or a big person. Now I can come out and put a smiley face with tears on it.
Yeah.
They were still watching.
Yes.
They just wanted to see if you was going to keep it up. Let me see. Because I quit. They're thinking, I quit. So let me see if she's going to do the same thing. We got to have more faith in ourselves as people, man.
Totally.
We got to have more faith in ourselves as people.
Here's one thing. It's so funny that you say that a lot of people probably don't know about me or haven't noticed. And I figured at one point people would notice. I've been doing this for at least 2 or 3 years. I like all of my own posts on Instagram.
I love it. I
consciously did it.
Speak on that.
Consciously did it because I was like, if don't nobody else like this shit, I'ma like it.
Turn up.
For the past 3 years at least, I like all of my own posts, and it's just a reminder to myself, girl, you got you.
Jazmyn, you got me comfortable now. You got me. I used to feel weird. I'm creating fake accounts and
You create
Jaloy JMJJJ. Who is this?
Who is Jaloy Backup? Jaloy Backup is liking your posts.
The young diabetic 4 has been liking all of Jaloyd's posts.
Oh my God. Are you diabetic, Jaloy?
I am, type 1.
I didn't know
I got
that.
my insulin in my jacket.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
That's when I asked you earlier. I was like, you want some coffee? I was about to get me a muffin and some OJ.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've been a diabetic for... And I know I joke around about it all the time, but I've been through a lot of serious stuff with it.
Yes.
And which is why, as you say, taking pain. You know, I've been a diabetic since I was 16 years old, and guy died. This is the biggest I've ever been.
Yes.
I'm type 1. I've never been out of shape or anything like that. It was a family thing.
Yes.
And I've been paralyzed, been in a coma. I've almost died. A couple of times. So for me, it's one of those things that it's a part of my life, and I gotta find the humor in it, like you do. As long as diabetes ain't going nowhere, at least right now. I pray to God, I hope there's a cure, and all of those things, but it's not really going anywhere right now. So how do I deal with it, Jazzy?
Yes.
I'm not gonna be down in the dumps, or, hey, you try to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Can't really eat certain things.
Yes.
But yeah, I've been a diabetic for a while. I had my struggles, but my health over the past several years has been great. And hopefully it'll continue like that.
It will.
I appreciate you.
It will.
Jazzy, I want to ask you, like I said, name of the show, Prayer, Water, and Cocoa Butter.
Yeah.
So and great to know you from Texas. That's just my old school, common sense kind of vibe.
I love
that's
the
what
title.
I was used to. I appreciate you. That's what I was used to, just as far as like, I remember being young, and you know what I'm saying? Well, you bumped your head, go put some prayer water and cocoa butter on it. You know what I'm saying, mama? So it's just, that's a vibe, a thing that kind of came up in my family, just a common sense method for uplifting and continuing. What are the things you feel in your life that have allowed you to persist, to continue, to have that faith in yourself, liking your own posts, to be your own woman, build your own brand, be an entrepreneur? What are those things that have allowed you to, no matter what's going on, leaping out on faith, coming from San Francisco, coming out to LA, no matter what's going on, I'm going to do me, I'm going to persist?
Yeah. Wow, that's such a good question. What has allowed me to persist and keep going?
Tap them nails. Take your time with it.
Okay.
Take your time.
I sort of feel like, of course it's, listen, I think that even when good and bad things happen to me, or I'm told no, I get told no a lot.
Yeah.
Even in this position, people be always, you should be on SNL. Well, guess what? Your girl applied, or I submitted to be a writer last year.
Yeah.
Didn't hear back. You know what I mean?
It's coming.
It's just, I know that a lot of good things came out of that as well, even though I was told no.
There you go.
So it's just the faith that every single thing in my life happens for a reason. Everything that happened yesterday is preparing me for something else. So whenever I hear no, I remember I heard no, but that just prepared me for something else. And it may be 6 months, it may be 6 years from now. I'm going to look back and be like, damn, that day where I didn't get that opportunity prepared me for this.
Exactly.
So it's just really having faith in God, in, you know, the universe, whatever I'm doing right now is for something. It has a purpose. So don't feel like, even if I'm relaxing or watching TV, it's just every single thing that I do, I know that in the future, it's going to benefit me in some way. And I just keep that mindset going.
I like that.
That's all that it is, you know?
Because I think you're helping. And I like the way that you're doing your thing, because I like what you had spoke about earlier about helping people without basically being preachy. Yeah. Or like, you know, teaching. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love that so much, you know, because you're teaching without there being school books out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What do you want, Jazzy, if you could like be a fly on the wall at your funeral, which is hopefully 150 years away from now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you got your little grandkids running around with their little good hair, you know, and all that.
Good hair.
Listen, your hair is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Your hair is beautiful. I think you, and that's one of the things that your boy Jaloid, being from the H and moving from Atlanta. Yeah. You know, like listen, Jazmyn, I said that first show, she got me together. She got me there. I was like, hey, brown skin, what is your name? Where are you from? Jazmyn was, sir, hold on. Hold on, we're gonna keep it professional, we're gonna keep it respectful. Yes, ma'am. But no, you were a beautiful woman.
Thank you, Joe.
And I love that somebody like yourself is getting the attention. Yeah. We need that. Yes. Brown skin, beautiful. I love all types of women. Yes. All shades. Women are beautiful. Women are the best thing God ever created. Sure Besides that Filet-O-Fish sandwich we spoke about, Mr. Jimmy. Besides that, women are the best thing God ever created. I truly believe that. And I love that somebody that looks like you. Yeah. That has the hair that you do, the confidence, the way you speak, is able to put it on a platform and be seen. I can't wait until you have 100 million followers.
Thank you.
It needs to be out there. But what do you want to be said about you when it's all over? What do you want your legacy to be? If you could be a fly on the wall and hear what people were talking about, what would you like them to be saying about you?
You know, that is so funny that you asked that. And I know I say that every question. It's so crazy that you asked that. But no, this is such a good conversation that we're having.
I love it. I'm enjoying it. I love it. I'm going to bring you back.
Yeah, bring me back.
I'm going to bring you back.
Okay. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like men oftentimes think about their legacy much more. I don't know. This is just me assuming. I guess I'll say, you know, the men that I grew up around, or my husband and my family, they think about their legacy more than the women that I grew up around.
Gotcha.
So I never thought about my legacy until I quit my job. So I think I'm so proud of myself to be able to, like, damn, I think I'm leaving a little legacy.
Yes, ma'am. You definitely are.
When I die or whatever. But I don't know. I just want people to say that I was hilarious and smart, and I brought joy to their lives, I guess, you know?
No, absolutely.
There was just a light. I'll never forget, I was serving tables. I worked at P.F. Chang's in college, and I'll never forget, I went up to this couple. It was a white couple. And they were like, you have a light about you. Absolutely. So don't ever forget. And so that's what I would love for people to remember about me.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I love that. And you do, Jazmyn. I'm serious. And it's so funny. You know, I'm so happy that we've had an opportunity to do this. This has been a phenomenal conversation. Yeah. You do have that light.
Thank you.
And it was so funny because I love comedy. And I respect people so much. They have what I call a real sense of humor. Like we were literally kind of, when we met, kind of roasting each other. And then like, I wasn't really roasting you. I wasn't really roasting you per se. I was getting the brunt of the situation. God. But it was just, I admired, as they say, to really appreciate comedy, you got to be smart.
Yes.
You do.
You do.
Like, really, people who have a great sense of humor are typically pretty intelligent people.
Yes.
And you do have that light. And I see that because it's like, it wasn't offensive. Like, the things we were saying back and forth, I was like, she is fucking hilarious. Like, goddamn. You know, as a Mitchell Lamar was at that show. Yes. And just a lot of good people, a lot of great energy. So, and I know that this has helped out somebody who thought about quitting.
Hopefully.
Think about your situation. Y'all think about Jazmyn W. 3 times a day, producing content.
You know you from the South when you say W. He didn't say W. He said W. Okay, Jazmyn W.
What it do? What it do?
But no, Jaloid, I want to say, listen,
yes,
thank you for having me.
Oh,
this has been great. When I met you, I say no to a lot of people. Be like, people be emailing me, do you want to? No, but when you hit me up, I was like, of course, because I'm a big, I go off of energy, and just, I've only met you in person like 2 or 3 times.
Twice, yeah. I think we've only maybe before today, we've only been, it's no more than 3 times.
No more than 3 times. But even when I saw, after I did that show with you, I saw you out at a bar, and I remember being like, hey, Jaloid.
Right, like we were old friends.
Yes, like we were old friends. So, you know, anything, you know, I was just happy to be here and happy that you invited me. So thank you for having me. I
appreciate it, man. Listen, it's been another phenomenal episode of Prayer Water and Cocoa Butter. Another segment of All Up in Your Business. But respectfully, Jazmyn, last thing before we go, let everybody know where they can find you, your social media. What's the best way to kind of get in touch with you? Let everybody know that. I'll, of course, list it in the credits.
Okay, yeah.
But, you know, for the audio listeners.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at JAZMYNJW. And you can watch my YouTube channel on at Comedian Jazmyn W. All you have to do is Google Comedian Jazmyn W on YouTube, and I will pop up.
That's awesome. Listen, I wish you a blessed and prosperous rest of the year, man, but phenomenal. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Jazmyn.
Thanks, George.
Absolutely.
Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo, mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging the booth. Look what it do. 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 Look what it do, look baby, who knew? We're like a dog watching dreams come true. Raising at Houston, Cadillacs cruising, South riding red in the North Candy blue. Baby, I'm blessed, no sneeze, I high shoe. Been dating a little Asian, bro, her eye cool. I like them thick, but I'm more concerned if you loyal, cause you need your heart to be true. Not a Boy Scout, but staying prepared, not a piece of meat, have some respect when you stare. Do what I do, keep everything moving, they want electric all up in my chair. I'm off the chain with no leash, top 5, and that's just at least. Could've told, but no, I'll never speak. Groundhog Flow got this bitch on repeat. Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo, mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging the booth. Look what it do. 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 No ma'am, I don't sip codeine, but this kush so call it bedtime. Had epiphany that it was in me the whole time. Ain't here to flex it all, man. Little shit, look, let me quit. This what it do, but you already knew. Hot as a Cheeto and cold as the flu. She digging your boy. Digging your boy. She fucking with you. She fucking with you. Researching myself. Researching myself. Can't trust all the news. Can't trust all the news. This slapping like violence. Slapping like violence. I need me a rider. I need me a rider. Ain't in the withdrawals. Ain't in the withdrawals. I'm making deposits. I'm making deposits. You do what you can and I do what I wish. This ain't no luck, look, I'm blessing a bitch. Fuck your little money, my family, they love me. My health doing better, I'm already rich. Work for yourself, don't dig your own ditch. No time for doubts, gotta know that you it. This what we doing, this magic we brewing. All about my meal like a stamp in a Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo, mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging the booth. Look what it do. 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 No ma'am, I don't sip codeine, but this kush so call it bedtime. Had epiphany that it was in me the whole time. Ain't here to flex it all, man. Little shit, look, let me quit. This what it do, but you already knew. Hot as a Cheeto and cold as the flu.